I'm sitting here with
Matt
and
Cristin
from Exalted Funeral, and I took some pictures of the scary skeleton earlier.
Yeah.
So Exalted Funeral, how long have you guys been around?
Since 2018.
So you've been around quite, like, it's a good stretch.
Been a minute.
Yeah.
But you have made a splash.
Oh.
So Old School Essentials is kind of the big one.
Yep.
That's and
Shout out to Gavin.
You're doing that in partnership with Necrotic Gnome, right?
Yeah.
For that. But then what are some other games that you have on your platform?
Oh, it's like 500 games. It's so many. Another big one is UVG, Ultraviolet Grasslands, from Luka Rejic, South Korean creator. He's one of our very first Kickstarters. And actually, one of the big reasons this whole thing propelled to where it is because of partnering with Luka. We were doing everything out of our house, out of our garage, and mailing it. And, it's very, very bootleg. But then partnering with Luka made us professionals. So then we had to really step up and be big boys.
Gavin, too, yeah. But
Gavin next.
We have UVG. We have, some the original guys.
I don't know. We partnered with like Tuesday Night Games. We fulfilled them. Worked with Sean. Shout out to Sean.
Yep. But games we have now, we have Outcast Silver Raiders is one that we currently have.
You're going to promo all the people that are here?
Yeah, basically.
You're trying to think?
Basically. We got the Land of Beam creators here. That's coming out. Monty Python creators also here. That's coming out soon.
Well, let's not. Games Omnivorous is here.
Yep.
That's awesome.
With Mouse Ritter. And we have a bunch of different Morkborg titles.
Mm-hmm.
We did Putrescence Regnant, Tephrotic Nightmares.
You guys
keep going.
You have a very wide catalog, is what people are saying.
Yeah.
And you are no longer based out of your house. Where are you based now?
Nowhere. It's just kind of in the ether. It's very ethereal. No, we have different warehouses in different places. One in Baltimore, a couple overseas, and everything is run online now. We don't have to. Thank goodness we don't have to pack anything anymore. But all that's done with our fulfillment company, Flying Cloud.
Gotcha.
Another big shout out. Those guys really helped us out with. But yeah, we've just been growing. It's been kind of a weird, wild journey.
It's been. You went through the whole COVID thing all the way down to here. So, how has in the years that you've been doing this, how has the tabletop RPG space kind of shifted?
I think it's shifted in a ton of ways. One, creator-owned projects are now a much bigger thing. Creators have a lot more control. It's kind of like the same thing with music and other arts.
Okay.
They get to be able to have their choice of where they want to go, how they want to publish, formats, all that. There's not as much of a gatekeeping. It's not like you have like one big company just doing everything now. Now you have a ton of little guys. They're able to really make what they want and do their artistry without having that sort of hindrance.
So people get to do much more exploration of their own ideas.
Yep.
It doesn't have to all be homogenized.
Not one system anymore.
Right, so you're all over the place.
Yeah.
Which is really kind of cool. And you don't focus on any one system because you have Old School Essentials, which is very much BX, Ancient World.
Retro.
Dolmenwood is pretty much that vein as well. But then you've got something like Land of Eam.
All new.
Can you explain this game to people? What's the premise of Land of Eam?
Well, Land of Eam, and if you kind of take a look at the soundbite would be, it's very Tolkien with Muppets. So it's a very kid-friendly, family-friendly, easy to use, very easy to pick up and play, teach others, and maybe get other people involved, especially a younger crowd.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of trying to get kids involved and have them, grow and love the space and the scene. And so us being able to publish a game that's geared towards families, because we have our own kids. Shout out Connor and Finn. Yeah, what up, homies? That's really important to us. You kind of see a lot of things are grimdark or very edgy or, horror themed, which we love. But we also want to make sure that we have something that's for everybody. You know, and that's a little bit about what it is.
Awesome. And you got Monty Python coming out.
We do.
What's the story of getting that license? Was that
we just
hard?
asked.
And they gave it to
Yeah, no one else asked. No, it's a lot harder than that.
All right, you're migrating out of frame.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
It's not quite.
Trying to escape. But it's
not quite that easy, but kind of. were approached by the other creator.
Who is here, Brian Saliba.
Yeah, with Crowbar Creative. And he was just like, hey, I have this idea, kind of talking with them, and I'd like to make a presentation. And, they accepted and were excited and on board. And then actually there wasn't a whole lot of movement for a while. We kind of thought it wasn't going to happen. And then from their end, they reignited the conversation. And it's been great. It was our first license, major license. And so it was a learning experience, how to navigate all of that. But, yeah, I mean,
it's a lot of fun. It's really weird and really wild. And I think fans will really like it because it's very Python-esque and it's bizarre and nutty.
Yeah, how does it go about making Python a role-playing game? What are the mechanics?
Well, best person to answer probably all of that would be Brian.
Yeah.
It's in the same vein. It's not just Holy Grail. It's the entirety of the Python catalog. So it's there's references to all the movies. I mean, there's references to Flying Circus, right? And the gameplay pulls in all of those inside jokes. And it's very, very, very detailed in its references.
Yeah.
To all of that, right?
I have a small convention, a micro convention in New Jersey, and one of my friends is planning on running that.
Oh, nice.
So I'm really kind of excited about that.
Python is pretty wild, and I think people are going to be really surprised by it because, I think one of the things that people were like, why you're doing Monty Python? It's a comedy game. Forcing comedy doesn't work. Trying to make people be funny, that's a weird ask sometimes, and sometimes people don't want to do it, but you're really playing in the Python world. And the humor actually comes naturally just based on the interaction with the world. And mechanically, it's just strange. And so much like, what you get with Python. Yeah. And you'll see, when people see the Game Master screen and such, you're going to really see how weird and strange. It was a lot of fun doing that because it was something that hadn't been done.
You had released that crowdfunding just as I had run out of funds. I'm like, no.
Did you end up getting to pre-order?
What's that?
Did you end up getting to pre-order it?
I didn't. So it'll be on my 2025 list.
There you go.
To pick up because I'm really interested in it. I've loved that. I'm really looking forward to Land of Eam.
Yeah.
Because post-apocalyptic Silmarillion Muppets with really subversive humor that's my jam right there, which is great.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It really is beautiful. I did review the PDF to come out, which is really cool. So for stuff that's I know you have all your a lot of your creators here. For stuff that's coming out in 2025, what's kind of your next really exciting project for you?
Crowdfunding or direct release, any of that stuff?
Whatever you
We have a really cool book coming out. It's called Glumdark. It's going to be one of our earliest, probably crowdfunded projects.
It's launching in January.
In January. We have a secret project we can't really talk about yet because, you're in an NDA. So there's one that's going to be big. That's a lot of fun. And just kind of doing the same thing we've been doing.
Yeah, we have a Dreamland.
Oh,
There's a free PDF on the site right now.
Okay.
And then also Rumpus, which is a fairy skirmish board game.
Max Moon.
By Max Moon.
Okay. Incredible creator.
And that's going to be all ages basically too.
Awesome.
With Brett Manning is the artist that did the fairy art on it. And then of course we have Python and Eam will release at the beginning
actually
of
be
the
out.
year.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Release from the boat into your hands.
Yes.
And then just a plethora of other stuff in the mix. We have
Puke Apocalypse.
Puke Apocalypse.
Yeah.
You can actually take a look over there. It's got it's a barf bag.
It's a barf bag.
It's a barf bag with the tokens and stuff in it. The art is amazing. It's
So is it ever weird that you're coming out with a game that you package in a barf bag?
No.
While at the same time having to act like adults and run a business?
One of my favorite things
I wouldn't say adults.
One of my favorite things is being in production meetings and we come up with crazy concepents and we're like, I don't know, let's find out. I'm sure let's find out if we can make it.
Yeah, why not? Go for it.
Yeah,
shoot for the stars, buddies.
I don't want to keep you too much longer. I would love to know, what did you do before you ran Exalted Funeral?
I was a a retail bookstore manager.
Okay.
Yep. I worked in film and TV, and then I was also a beer rep.
Film, TV, beer.
Yep. Film, TV, beer, retail.
Yep.
Sounds great
Yep.
to me. Listen, thank you so much for taking the time.
of
I'm
course.
really excited for the stuff that's coming out. And I love Exalted Funerals products. You
Thank
make
you.
really, really good
Thank
stuff.
you for the
That's
support.
really humbling. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're always like blown away when people say anything like that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, when
really
you're like-
important to us, and
When you're like, you made a big splash, I was like, oh, that's weird.
It's like, who are you talking
Yeah,
about?
us?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a doofus. Yeah, I totally understand. But
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank
Have
you.
a great convention.
Yeah, you too. Thank
Talk to you later.
Thank you.